RTTool, a tool for extracting relative thresholds for source code metrics. In this video, I'll present RTTool, a tool used to extract relative thresholds from measurement of data of a benchmark of software systems. Our motivation for this work is that currently there are a variety of metrics to measure source code properties like coupling, size, cohesion, complexity, and others. However, metrics are rarely used to measure the internal quality of software systems. Then, to promote the use of metrics as an effective measurement instrument, it's essential to establish credible thresholds. In this scenario, our idea was to propose a tool that implements our previous method to derive relative thresholds. The thresholds are relative because they must be followed by must source code entities. For example, for the NOA matrix, the threshold derived is 80% of the classes should have NOA less than or equals to 8. As you can see, we accepted a tail. In this case, the tail is 20% of the classes. Basically, the goal is to derive relative thresholds with the following format. P% of the entities should have M less than or equals to K, where M is a source code matrix and P is the minimum percentage of entities in each system that should respect the upper limit K. As you can see, we assume that the values of P and K characterize our relative thresholds for a given metric M. Then, to calculate the values of P and K, our method depends on a corpus. Now, I'll present the RTTool in actions. For this, I'll use 106 systems of the qualities corpus. First, we need to choose the input format XML or CSV and click the Start button. Next, we need to select the corpus. In this case, I will select 106 systems of the qualities corpus. Then, we need to select the directory that RTTools generate its results and click on the Next button. In this interface, RTTools shows the list of available metrics. In this case, there are 20 metrics available. We have some options to select metrics. We can select all metrics or we can select some metrics. For this example, we select 4 metrics: fanout, number of attributes, number of lines of code, and number of methods. Then we should click on the Next button. In this moment, RTTool is analyzing this data and calculate the functions to generate the relative thresholds and the outlier systems. Finally, RTTool generates the results. We can see in this table that the values of P and K to each metric analyzed. This table also shows the number and the name of the system with outlier behavior. In this interface, we can save the result in CSV file, or we can reset the tool, or we can back for the last interface, or we also can see the graphics. This interface shows 3 types of graphics. Final result is compliance rate penalty, compliance rate functions, and percentile function. First, this graph shows the result of each metric. We can see that the threshold is the black dot in the graph, and the colors represents the possible values of P. As you can see, the values of P in this graph can be modified to allow different views of the results. In this interface, we can also see the graph of compliance rate function. The compliance rate function shows the percentage of systems in the corpus that follows the relative thresholds defined by the pair P and K. Finally, this interface also presents the graph of percentile function. The idea of this graph is to show that the metrics follow a heavy-tail distributions. Then, this is our tool to derive relative threshold. Thank you so much.